Okay, we're gonna do two videos. Okay, at the top of my notes, I wrote, my mantra is to be affectionate. Rather than assuming that I'm being left out of my own life. Whenever I read things from Ren, I can choose to think of us like this and being with our togetherness, or I can be like upset that I'm not there or he's not there, which is not really a good feeling. So I wrote some notes down based on some of the things that he said today, and I also felt like with the way Ren uses his words, I can tell that he's with me by what he says. He knows my thoughts, and that feels comforting to me. So I wanted to bring up, he mentioned brothers today, and so I wanted to bring up what happened in this mental institution experience recently. There was a 33-year-old man named Levi Zobel, which I was like, what? Because my brother's name is Levi, and then my mom's name is Zoe. So I was like, this is a rigged situation, is what I was thinking after I found that out. But then also there was a doctor named Levi Erickson, and so I was like, what, man? Then Levi Zobel told me that he was 33 years old. So this number is significant because when I first saw Ren, he was 33 years old. Now that's why it's significant to me. But also with me paying attention to my feelings with this new idea of Ren saying the Ren 7. At first I thought that that he was saying that it was going to be the two of us and 5 children. But it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like satisfying enough to me because I want the even number. So it's like, it's even, but it's odd, but it's 3 and 3. 3 girls and 3 boys is what I want. And that is significant by the timing of when we first saw each other. And also, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, CC, 33, CC. But a long time ago, I had this discussion with my mother about how she said that she didn't think that I understood a lot of times when I was being hit on or flirted with. And I thought about that when I was there because Levi Zobel sat by me at lunch or one of the meals at one point, and he said, quit, Bertha. He said, I am so hitting on you. And then my face felt like it turned really red and I got uncomfortable. And so I was going to bring that up too, because with this affectionate type of way that I'm trying to bring out of myself, a lot of times I'm like, I'm the one that's confused about Ren and his flirtatiousness if it's directed at me. And so I had to transfer that thought that yes, it is. And he is being affectionate with me, and he is full of clues and all these things that it's like only stuff that I would know by the way he puts out his cryptic information. There's nobody who would know the way that he is doing things and at all, because he has so much insight. And so what else was I going to tell you about? Oh yeah. So the number set, did I say that is I'm all over the place in my thoughts. So Ren had put the Ren 7, and so I ended up coming up with the idea that Ren and I are one, as in we're like in union together. And then we have the 6 children, which would make 7. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there because that's like, I know that I've mentioned this before, and it's getting brought up to the top of my mind with the way these things have gone, as to me trying to get it through my head about what our future planning is. And as I'm working on this sewing table, I just previously did a video about the pantry room, sewing room, music room that I'm working on right now. Okay, so I saw that he put the name Chloe on the bottom of his new handsome pictures with as the photographer. And when I first saw Ren, I saw this little girl on a skateboard. I went back and looked at that, and the playlist was called Can Do, Will Do. And I have a cousin. Well, first of all, the name Chloe, I've thought about, sounds like a mixture of Chelsey and Zoe if you take out some of the letters, which is my mother's name. That's one thing. And then also I read that the name Chloe was about fertility. Also, I think of clovers because I was going to try and get rid of all my, clover. I was going to try and get rid of all my grass and put clovers everywhere because there are some clovers that are evergreen. But anyway, so I have this cousin Brandy that looks like or used to look like the girl in his video on the skateboard, which Brandy's daughters look just like her. So there's a discrepancy about whether or not your children are going to look more like the father or the mother, because I tend to think that it's going to be the daughters are going to look like Ren and the sons will probably look like me. That's what I think. So that's why this thing about the brother Levi gets brought up. But anyway, that's encouragement. The name Chloe is an encouragement about me thinking about that little girl in her yellow sweatshirt. Here we go with the rest of it. Okay, green lights, Matthew McConaughey. Okay. Because when he used the word launch, I thought launch party. Okay. He turned something into a positive experience. By doing that, I thought of that movie, Failure to Launch, but he's talking about our launch being a success, which is that Failure to Launch movie was a Matthew McConaughey movie, which is also like the person who wrote Green Lights. And Ren also has a song about green lights. Okay? I think it goes... I just listened to it the other day. He still goes when the lights are red, I think is what it was. But anyway, I am so... My mind is full of things right now. Okay, so that was another little encouragement that he placed in his writing. I'm talking to him like I could just be addressing Ren directly instead of talking about Ren. I'm going to have to work on how to do these videos. So that's a success in building our nest. This launch party is what I was saying. Yo, quit it! Okay. And then when you use the word cool, then it was like he knew that I was in there painting the sewing table blue. Like blue boys, okay? We're thinking about boys, but we're also thinking about girls, maybe. So, and then when he does a post on Instagram, I'm like, we are going to stay together. We're definitely staying together. And I really, like, on top of that, this Slaughterhouse thing. I really liked what came out of me when I wrote my post about the Shouse, because Shouse, that was what I said a long time ago, was that, okay, Shouse sounds like show and shoe and slaughterhouse and all kinds of things, but that's gonna get me really excited, because that's what I said I wanted to be like, was the old mother who lived in the shoe, who had so many children she didn't know what to do, and I was like, Shouse, slaughterhouse. And so I like that idea. And then I also like the idea of that him finishing, or I don't know if we're gonna finish the album together, or he's finishing it solo, or I mean we are doing things together, but you know what I'm saying, like in the same location together physically, and then the house construction the same. He says we're gonna be in the same location physically. Okay, so I really like this Shouse Slaughterhouse idea also, because finishing it, it's like I tore all these things apart, and then I learned how to rebuild it, because I didn't really know anything about construction before I had started, and it goes so well with thinking about how the determination of putting a stop to all things that are self-destructive goes along with finishing the slaughterhouse. And so I really like connected with that all together. The finishing of the showing of the house, the Shoehouse, and slaughterhouse, all in that same kind of word together. So it did excite me. And let's see if I have any more notes. I don't, but I wanted to show myself light up. I want to be affectionate. I want to make sure that I am not getting into the mindset of getting pouty and other things because I want, this thing to get started. So there's my second video. Thank you, Ren. Thank you for bringing me out and everything that you have done, because it's really good. It's really good. It's a positive day. It seems like our work it seems like it gets smarter the more that I just think about little things here and there. But I've got exercises to do. I've got some painting to do, and I am getting hungry, so I'm about to cook some eggs. So, thank you. I love you. It's mutual. Definitely mutual.